All right, number 2, we want to write the solution using interval notation, and we have a part 2. Probably going to want us to graph it, so get prepared for that. We have -7 is less than 2z plus 3 is less than 9. Okay, so compound inequality, we have inequalities on both sides. Whatever we do to one, we also have to do to the other. So we're essentially doing this 3 different times. We have this side of the equal sign and this side plus this middle part. So we're going to subtract 3 from all 3 sides. Cancels in the middle. Over here we get -10 is less than 2z, which is less than 6. And then we're going to divide by 2 everywhere. Divide by 2, divide by 2. And -10 divided by 2 is -5, is less than z, which is less than 3. So -5 to 3 in interval notation, since there's no equalities, this is just all open. So -5, comma, to 3. And then we want to graph it, yes. So open interval, left side -5, and then the right side +3. Number 3, very similar. We have -11 is less than or equal to -3/2 x minus 5 less than or equal to 1. So what I would first do is add 5 to all the sides. In the middle, it's going to cancel with the positive and negative. The -11 plus 5 we subtract, and that will give us a -6 less than or equal to -3/2 x less than or equal to 6. And then now to get x by itself, we're going to multiply everything by 2 to get rid of that fraction. So multiply by 2, multiply by 2, multiply by 2. This will give us a -12 less than or equal to. This multiplication by 2 is going to cancel out division. That's gone, so we're left with -3x less than or equal to +12. And then lastly, we will divide by -3. All the way around. And -12 divided by -3 is a +4. Less than, actually, we flip the sign when we multiply or divide by negative, so greater than or equal to. Divide by -3, that becomes a +1x. And this also gets flipped, and this becomes a -4. Okay, so this expression right here is the correct answer, but it's written backwards from how we normally do things. Our number line goes from negative on the left to positive on the right. So this is out of order because it's positive to negative. So we're going to just flip it around and write it in the right order. So negative over here, +4 on the other side. So the inequality sign, the point was pointing at the 4. So it's almost as if we're flipping it again, but we're just keeping it the same to write it in the correct order. From this one, compared to 4 and x, the open mouth was toward the x. So that's still the same. And then on the positive, the open mouth was toward the 4. And the point is pointing towards the x, so that's in the right order. So this is what we need. -4 to +4, written in the right order. Interval notation, going to be closed all the way on both sides, so -4 to 4. And then the number line will be the same thing. Symbol, so we want -4 to 4. If you don't flip it around, if you put 4 to negative 4, it's counted wrong because it wants it in smallest to largest.